Hello, everyone. Welcome to the daily message. This is going to be your daily reading for today, Monday, March 15th, 2021. It is the Ides of March. I'm going to be doing the daily message over the next 7 days here. Let's see. A very ominous time, if you can feel it in the air, as I have been. There's a reason for that, you know. If you don't like the smell of your own bullshit, don't watch these readings. And in general, it seems like people are still enjoying, their own bullshit. So if that's something that you're not interested in, then please watch this reading. But if you are wanting to kind of go about your life with your eyes closed and unaware and stuck in the past and kind of just, dwelling on how things could have been, then please don't watch this reading. It's not for you. So we're going to be looking at some messages for the collective, for all signs that may be watching. We're using the wooden tarot deck today by Skull Garden, and also the Numinous Astro deck here by Ruby Warrington and Bess Matassa. You can watch this reading. It doesn't matter what sign you are. I'm channeling the collective energies. Isn't it International Women's Month or something like that? Is it? Someone leave a comment below. Comment below if it's, I've just heard and seen some of the most disturbing things, which would be sort of in alignment with what's been going on this year. I believe it's International Women's Month, though. It was International Women's Day. That was Monday, March 8th. Okay. Yeah, well, it should be all month anyway, but I digress. So, let's go ahead and see what the collective messages are for you today. I'm just asking Spirit for messages and energies for the collective, for all signs that may be watching. I'm seeing some Sagittarian energy coming up here. We do have the Knight of Stones in reverse, the God of Blooms, and the Six of Plumes in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we do have Temperance in reverse. So the underlying theme or challenge of this day is that there is a lack of consensus here. All right, there could also be blocks to healing. This is also two things that are trying to come together that are not mixing. So as I've you know, I might have mentioned this before. It's like oil and water. Others of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius today. I'm also getting this sense of being off balance, things not being balanced. There is no consensus around something. This is also overemphasizing one thing over the other. Some of you are asking, how is this different? How is this different than the Justice card? All right, in reverse. Well, one, it's a Sagittarian energy. It's not a Libran energy. And as you can see, we have a sea otter here. Sea otters are quite fluid. And if you've ever observed a sea otter, they're very playful, very loving. They tend to, I don't know what you call a pack of sea otters, but they tend to kind of hang out with each other. It reminds me of, have you ever seen that YouTube video called Spy Otter? You should watch it. It's funny. But they put a robotic otter, sea otter, out with a whole bunch of regular otters to get a closer view of how they interact with each other. But they're quite playful. What maybe the sea otter is unhappy today, or the sea otter is feeling out of his element, or either way I look at this card, if I'm looking at the sea otter this way or this way, he's still sort of a funny, sweet, loving creature. You know, that's why I'm reading with this deck, because I absolutely adore animals. I love all animals, and it's hard not to, when you look at them, it's hard not to love them. But here I'm seeing, you know, we don't know what's going on with our little sea otter here, but he seems to be, I see him spinning around in a circle. I see him kind of just paddling around in this circle here. He's not really going anywhere. He's kind of stuck in a whirlpool, is the feeling that I'm getting. I'm also getting he's getting dizzy from doing this. Also, maybe he's been swept into some sort of current here. I'm kind of getting this feeling of being swept away by something. We have this rather reckless, impulsive, manipulative energy here with the Knight of Stones in reverse. This is a fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I'm definitely picking up Sagittarian energy here, but it could also be Aries or Leo. At the center of the reading, we have the God of Blooms, which is all about love, healing, the source of love, unconditional love. I think we've been seeing this. I've mentioned it before. We are in the age of Aquarius, and the missing ingredient is love, and it's coming up again in this reading. It is available to us if we want it. This source of love, this source of healing. But I feel there's resistance here. Look at these two cards coming off of the God of Blooms here. I'm almost getting that I'm seeing people here who are allergic to love, who are allergic to healing. They want nothing to do with it. This is like, why are you offering this to me? Why, you know, this is the missing ingredient here. And I'm seeing people who are trying to move on. I'm seeing people who are moving recklessly about their days. There's a turning away and a refusing to acknowledge. And it just says God of Blooms, but it might as well be God. This might as well be God. God is love. Love is God. This might as well be, you know, all of those things that can bring healing and love. But instead I'm seeing recklessness, manipulative behavior. I'm seeing people that can't sit still for a second in their life. They don't want to look at this source of healing as an answer. They don't want to stop in their tracks I'm seeing a lot of running away and turning away, and I'm seeing a lot of people who are just treading water, and they've created their own whirlpools. They've created their own cycles of not healing, of not trusting, of not having faith. So, and it's right here. It's as if there's a waterfall, a fountain in the center of the square, and everyone can go and get their daily lotus blossom full of love and take it and drink it and be well and heal. But I'm really seeing a turning away. I'm also I'm hearing turning a blind eye. I'm also getting dismissive energy. So let's go ahead and pull a Numinous. Yeah, we have Chiron coming up. All right, Chiron does talk about healing, but it also speaks to our baggage, the things that we refuse to deal with, mental issues. This could also be the Knight of Stones in reverse to me, someone that is holding back on their passion, what truly makes them happy in life, what they're truly passionate about. I'm seeing a lot of holding back here. I'm seeing a lot of sort of forced, avoidant energy here. I believe Chiron is in Aries right now, if I'm not mistaken. Chiron does talk about healing. I was talking about healing waters, whirlpools. I'm also seeing here just love. The missing ingredient is love. And here at the bottom of the deck, we have Aquarius, the innovator. Well, we are in the age of Aquarius. So there is a dichotomy here that I'm seeing. Underneath that, we have the first house, the house of self. Also, Aries energy. Aries is this very me-oriented sign. What are you doing for me? Why aren't I important? What's good about, it can be a very egocentric sign. It can be a very big sign, very magnanimous sign. But we also have here a dichotomy with this need to innovate and push the boundaries and be experimental, rational, and unique in our thinking. Also, Aquarius can be a very disruptive energy. It's very group oriented, but with Chiron here, we've got to go deeper. We're also, how can we balance this energy out? Because Chiron talks about the healing powers. Where did I just hear something about this? So, this morning I woke up thinking about the North Node in Taurus. And when we move into Taurus, what that's going to bring about. I was reading about what North Node and Taurus people, some of their challenges are, which are to balance their materiality with their spirituality. Taurus is a very materialistic sign, but they are also very deeply spiritual people. A lot of Tauruses I know, they care as much about the material world as they do about their faith and spirituality. Some are devout Catholics, some are, whatever, just choose religion. They are quite devout, but they do, like Pisces, similar to Pisces, I would say, have an issue with balancing those two energies, bringing them together. So Someone here also may be having a Chiron return or a squaring going on. But I also feel that with the sun moving into Aries, if we do have Chiron in Aries right now, as I believe we do, it's also going to be picking up the collective wounding. Okay, there's a generation of people here that have healing to do, that are going to need to tap into their own healing powers, their own growth. This is also about making amends, releasing, like I said, releasing the past, releasing pain, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, pain. All right, so some things to think about here. This is a collective reading, so there's no need to feel blame casted, or that this is about you, or this is about something you're necessarily going with. I could be speaking to a generation of people right now. I could be speaking to a collective, which is what I hope to be speaking to. It's a collective of people who are not avoiding healing some issue here. Okay. Not wanting to look at the very simple and meaningful relationship that we have with our ability to heal ourselves, and how do we do that as a collective. And there's so many different areas that this can relate to, that I can think of. But one area that comes to mind here, I could be speaking to an Aquarius here. Aquarius first house, someone that has their first house in Aquarius. So that's one option for sure. But also just the Aquarian energy in general could be bringing up some, there is healing that needs to be done even within this new age. And I feel there is a lack of balance here. And I think we're not acknowledging certain issues as a society that we need to heal collectively. And we're putting a lot of emphasis right now on other things. But I'm sure most of you will agree with me, but in saying that it's good to be innovative. It's good to be at the very edge of technology, and to be wanting to go to Mars and set up a colony, and, invent new vaccines and cure the world of a pandemic. But I feel that there are other issues here that cannot be neglected. And that's going to be coming up. I really feel this coming up strongly, even more so when we go into Aries season, because I feel that this is where we're really going to see a balloon pop. I really see it as a collective balloon popping. I'm hearing balloon popping ceremony, and that might as well be it. So anyway, I'm not going to drivel on anymore. This is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you'd like a personal private tarot reading with me. My information is below in the description. Take care.